Do you want to cut some right now or do you want to eat some?
I want to eat some. How did you? Okay. Good job, Brad.
Ready? Ready. Please. You can. Ready? You can.
They're so annoying.
Well,
Hi, we're Salad, and this is Baker Mom, and we're making stuffing.
So today we are making stuffing. We have a little bit prepped for you. In this bowl we have already chopped up our onions and our celery, and we chopped them up nice and small. Today we are going to be doubling the stuffing recipe again, but if you were to do one recipe of stuffing, you would have, let's take a peek at this recipe. You would have 3/4 cups of finely chopped onion and 1.5 cups of celery. Also in this recipe, we're going to have 1 cup of butter. I'm sorry, I should have looked at my notes ahead of time. So we're gonna have 1 cup of butter. You have 2 teaspoons of salt. You have 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of dried sage, and 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. So as far as the seasoning and spices go, that's it. Just celery and onions, salt, pepper, sage, thyme, and butter. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add our butter into this bowl. Go ahead, Declan and Bradley. 1 piece at a time. Add it in. Good job. All right, next we're gonna measure our salt.
Can I do some?
Declan, hold this one, please. We're gonna take turns.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Add that in. Bradley, you hold this one for me, please. Hold it still. All right, go ahead and add that in. So that was, if you're just doing a single recipe, 2 teaspoons of salt. This one we're gonna scoop.
Can I take turns?
Bradley can scoop this one, Declan can scoop the next one.
Can we do this one next?
All right,
Mom?
1/2 teaspoon of pepper.
This one next.
That one next.
And then
This is our sage. In a
Then
single recipe, you would be doing 1.5 teaspoons of sage. We're doubling that, so Declan, we're doing 1 big tablespoon of sage. You want to do the thyme next, Brad?
I want to do the big.
Go ahead, add that in, Declan. Good
I
job.
want to do the big time. Let me do the big.
And last but not least, thyme. 1 teaspoon of thyme in a single recipe.
Can I do it?
We're going to double it. So, Brad, you can do 1 scoop. Good job. Now hand it to your brother. Declan, go ahead and do 1 scoop with this little one, please. Gently. Good job. All right. Okay, so the next part that we're going to do is we're going to take this whole bowl of our seasons, our butter, our celery, and our onions, and we're going to pop it in the microwave. It takes a while. We're going to start with 10 minutes, but I think it'll take even longer than that. You could also do this if you don't have a bowl that's a microwave safe bowl for that long. You could also do this on the stove top and just put it in a skillet. And we are just going to, cover your mouth. Cover your mouth. We are going to just put this in the microwave until the onions and the celery is nice and soft. While our celery and onions are in the microwave, we are going to go ahead and we're going to start chopping up our bread. This is just the 99-cent cheap white bread from the grocery store. I highly recommend using it because it's so soft, it just sucks up all the good stuff. You don't need a big, thick, expensive bread. I think that it actually turns out a little bit more dry. So Believe it or not, this cheaper bread just really works great for a stuffing recipe.
Yes.
So, in this recipe, you need 18 slices of bread. So we're going to double it. That's 36. Can you help me count, Declan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
Yeah.
Where?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
20. Stop.
Alright. 21, 22.
21,
22. Watch your hands, Brad.
Can I eat somewhere?
Yes, you can eat a piece of bread while we chop.
I'm gonna eat this.
No, you were counting.
Me too.
Aren't you going to help me chop, Declan?
Yeah, well, I'm first gonna.
23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
I'm also gonna have a
31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 pieces of bread. Here's one piece for munching for Brad. Declan, why don't you help me chop and you can munch yours after, okay? Here's your munching piece. Okay, so we have our 36 pieces of bread, 18 if you're doing a single recipe. And then all we have to do is chop this up into 1-inch cubes. You could tear it, you can cut it, whatever you feel is the fastest way. So Declan, I'm going to chop mine
I can chop
a bunch at a time. You'll do one at a time. So here, watch how Mom does it. All you do is just go ahead, cut your bread into slices, okay? And then turn your slices. Good job. Then turn your slices around and cut them into squares, okay? If they look about this big, they're a perfect size. And then put them in the bowl. We found the absolute biggest bowl that we have in our kitchen because once our butter and our onions and celery is done cooking in the microwave, we are going to take all of that butter and seasoning and pour it over the top of our breadcrumbs. And it does take a minute to stir that up and have it all soak in. So a nice big bowl to give yourself lots of room to stir is essential. So the biggest bowl that you can find, I would recommend using. Almost cut myself.
Mom, how many pieces is that?
Good job.
You think this is big enough?
I think cut all those pieces in 2 or 3 more and then you'll be done, okay? See, you don't have to do it any more skinnier. Do it this way now, okay? Turn your pieces around and cut them that way. When I was little, I used to make this with my mom and dad all the time, and we would make it for Thanksgiving, and my sister and I loved ripping up the bread pieces and putting it in the bowl. It was just a really fun way to be able to help when you're little. And I'm sure that we also got to munch a lot of pieces too, just like Brad's doing right now. Declan, do you have a favorite thing to eat on Thanksgiving?
I don't really know.
You don't know? Do you remember what kinds of food we eat on Thanksgiving?
No.
Turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing.
Stuffing?
Yeah. Stuffing is a great thing to make for Thanksgiving. Today, we're not making it for Thanksgiving, we're making it to go with pork tenderloin. So we're at Grandma's house again today, and Grandma will be making pork tenderloin for dinner. So we are going to be making stuffing to go with it. And I think it's just going to taste really good.
Yeah, you know, cry and cry.
Cry and cry and cry.
Once we get cut like a maniac.
Why are we going to cry and cry and cry?
Because we always get hurt.
We get hurt cutting?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Declan got a new knife for his birthday.
Can you guys
Declan,
see?
do you want to tell everybody?
Can I see?
When is your birthday?
Halloween.
Halloween.
Can I see in this today?
Bradley, you can't touch the camera, please. So
What?
for your birthday, what did you get, Declan?
A brand new knife.
A brand new knife. Would you like to show the camera what your brand new knife looks like?
What?
So Declan is learning how to use his very own brand new
Knife.
chef knife. Yeah, that's called a chef knife.
And I cut myself.
He did cut himself today for the first time, but that's okay because it taught you a lesson, didn't it?
Yes.
What did it teach you?
Never get your hand close to a knife.
Never get your hand close to the blade. You have to follow the safety rules. And you cannot break those safety rules because you could end up with an accident.
Can everyone see me?
No, nobody can see you, Brad, because you're on the wrong side of the camera. If you'd like to be seen, you have to come stand on your stool.
I want to be on here so I can see you.
Okay, so we have chopped up all of our bread except for Declan's couple little pieces. And the very last ingredient that I like to put in our stuffing is dried cranberries. I think that it is delicious to add these cranberries. You could do dried cherries. You could chop up apples. I just think a little bit of fruit and stuffing sweetens it up and rounds out your flavors. So this is optional. This is not the way that my family used to make it growing up. I added this later on because I love it. So again, get creative. You can always get creative with your recipes. Add what you like. Yum. Brad, you want to come munch on some cranberries? Do not touch the camera. Do you want to come munch on some cranberries?
Nope.
No? All right. So I don't have an amount. We just put in what we think looks good. So this bread is going to get smaller, so we don't need a ton, but I just think a nice bit of cranberries in your stuffing is delicious. It sounds like the timer beeped, and we can go ahead and check on those onions. So as you know, in a microwave, you need to be careful. By now, the bowl is piping hot. Ugh, so we'll take that out. It smells delicious. We'll give it a little stir. And I think that we need probably another 5 minutes. We want these onions to be nice and soft. So we will set this again for 5 minutes. And Declan, what do you say? We'll see you in
4 minutes. We'll see you in 5 minutes. We'll see you in 5 minutes.
So it's been about 15 minutes. Our celery and our onions are nice and soft. We are going to go ahead and we're going to scrape this entire bowl of onions, peppers, and butter into our bigger bowl here of bread. All right. We're being pretty careful because our bowl is steaming hot out of the microwave.
Hot. So
next we're going to just go ahead and stir it up. Declan, I'll get it started and then you can give it a try too, okay?
Cranberries.
Sometimes this does get a little messy, so make sure you've got nice clean hands because you might have to kind of keep things in as you go. So I just kind of go around and get it all stirred up.
Cranberry?
You will start doing this and you're going to feel like, I don't have enough liquid. This lady's crazy. But trust me, if you keep stirring, this is all going to get nice and moist. Just takes a little bit of time and patience. How does it smell, Declan? How does it smell?
Breadsticks.
It smells like breadsticks? Yeah, it does. It smells buttery. This is just my favorite smell, I think, in the whole world. I love Thanksgiving. I don't know what your favorite holiday is. Mine is Thanksgiving.
Mine is Christmas.
And definitely at the top of my list at Thanksgiving is stuffing. I could eat this whole bowl, maybe. Probably not, but I would like to. All right, so we have this pretty mixed up. Declan, do you want to take a turn? Yes or no? No? All right. Well, it's looking pretty good. I don't know if you can see that, but everything is just nice and moist and mixed around together. And the rest now is simple. This is an oven-safe bowl, so we cook it right in the same bowl. If you do not have a nice Pyrex oven-safe bowl, you can use a casserole pan.
You already said that.
Yes, I did. I set it for the microwave, and it's just a reminder. Don't stick any glass bowl in the oven. You need an oven-safe, microwave-safe bowl. If not, if you don't have that, go ahead and use any casserole pan that you have, whatever's going to fit. Declan, do you want to help me pour it into the bowl?
Yep.
Good job. So this goes into an oven at 350 degrees.
Wait, 300?
it bakes for about an hour. And in between, especially if you have it in a deep bowl like this, you'll put it in 350 degrees for about an hour, and you will stir it maybe 2 or 3 times. Just make sure you're getting it flipped over so that you have a chance to just have a nice golden brown stuffing throughout. You don't want to leave it in and have a soggy bottom and a burnt top.
Hi, welcome back to Bake with Mom. And we're almost in, and this stuff, this will take us 3 minutes tops.
3 minutes tops. So here's our stuffing. It came out of the oven. Now, if you're doing this, look away.
Yeah.
If you're doing this on Thanksgiving Day, after you take your stuffing out of the oven, go ahead and just get some of that turkey juice out of your gravy pan, and you can add that to your stuffing, and it really just makes it nice and moist and delicious. Today we're going to go ahead, Declan, a little at a time, just a little at a time. Stop. Today we're just adding a little bit of chicken stock since we are making this with pork loin for dinner. So please don't shake that, Declan, it's going to spill all over. So here you go, this is your stuffing. This was an hour in the oven. We stirred it 2 or 3 times. And now we're just adding a little bit of chicken stock. Declan, just a smidge more, I think. Plenty. We don't want it to be mushy. Declan and Bradley, did you enjoy making stuffing today?
Yeah.
Yeah. How does it smell, Brad? Hey, Bradley, how do you think it smells? Yuck. Bradley, you think everything we make smells yucky. Well, I think it smells delicious, and we really hope that you try this at home too.